Hey, so you're thinking about stepping up your scratch game, right? I get it. You've been watching those DJs on YouTube spin records like it's second nature, and you're wondering if this controller is the real deal or just another piece of gear that'll collect dust. I've spent enough nights trying to perfect the baby scratch to know that the wrong controller can make learning feel like you're fighting the gear instead of the music. Before you click buy, let's talk about whether the Pioneer DDJ REV5 is the right scratch partner for you. First off, if you're serious about scratching, this isn't just another beginner controller. The DDJ REV5 is built for 2-channel scratching, which means you're not limited to one deck while you're practicing. That's huge when you're trying to layer cuts or switch between tracks smoothly. The On-Jog displays are a game changer too. No more squinting at tiny screens or relying on your laptop to tell you what's playing. You see the BPM, the track position, and even the jog movement in real time, which keeps you locked in without breaking your flow. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Now, who's this actually for? If you're just starting out and you're not sure scratching is your thing, this might be overkill. You'd be better off with something simpler like the DDJ 200 or even just practicing on a controller with jogs that feel closer to real vinyl. But if you've been spinning for a while and you're ready to dive into scratches, flares, and juggles, the REV5 gives you the kind of tactile feedback you'd expect from club gear. The platters are heavy, the pitch faders have that classic feel, and the crossfader is smooth enough to handle quick cuts without sticking. That's not just marketing, it's the kind of stuff that makes a difference when you're practicing for hours. One thing that stood out to me is the 2-platform setup. You're not locked into just Serato or Rekordbox. The REV5 works with both, which is great if you ever switch setups or collaborate with other DJs. The license isn't included, but it's a one-time purchase for either software, so you're not stuck paying monthly fees just to use the controller. That's a practical strength that a lot of controllers in this price range don't offer. Plus, the stream and sample features let you chop up loops or trigger one-shots without needing a laptop, which is handy if you're doing live remixes or just messing around in your bedroom. But it's not all perfect. The biggest trade-off here is the price. This isn't a budget controller, and if you're not committed to scratching, you might feel like you're paying for features you won't use. The On-Jog displays are cool, but they're not essential. Some DJs prefer the simplicity of a clean jog. And while the build is solid, it's not indestructible. If you're the type to toss your gear in a bag after every set, you might want to invest in a case. The knobs and faders are durable, but they're not invincible. Another thing to consider is the learning curve. Scratching is hard enough without fighting a controller that doesn't respond the way you expect. The REV5's jogs are responsive, but they're also heavy, which can be a shock if you're used to lighter, beginner-friendly platters. If you're transitioning from a controller with lighter jogs, it might take some getting used to. That's not a flaw in the design, it's just a reality of moving up to club-level gear. So, who should buy this? If you're a DJ who's ready to take scratching seriously and you want a controller that feels like the real deal, the REV5 is a solid investment. It's not just for beginners, and it's not just for pros, it's for the DJ in the middle who's ready to level up. If you're already comfortable with basic cuts and you want to refine your technique, this controller will give you the feedback and control you need to improve. Who should skip it? If you're not sure scratching is your thing, or if you're just looking for a general-purpose controller to mix tracks, there are cheaper options that'll do the job just fine. The REV5 is specialized, and if you don't need the scratch-focused features, you might be better off saving your money for something else. At the end of the day, the Pioneer DDJ REV5 is a tool for DJs who are ready to commit to scratching. It's not perfect, but it's one of the few controllers that actually feels like it belongs in a club. If that's what you're looking for, it's worth the investment. Check out the link in the description to see the latest details on Amazon.